management team that I have come with, and I want to ride on the protocols already observed, Director KITI, all the staff of KITI and the students who are here this morning, all the invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is such a privilege for us to stand here in Nakuru today as an institution whose history mirrors the story of our nation's industrial ambition. In 1965, you know you are older than us, so you need to be our elder brother. In 1965, when this institution first opened its doors, Kenya was just 3 years old into independence. Ours was a young republic, still defining its economic destiny, still building its industrial backbone. The founders of KITI did not wait for the perfect infrastructure. They did not wait for abundant resources. They looked at the young men and women of this country and said, let us teach them, let us give them tools, let us give them skills. And for 60 years, that is precisely what this institution has done. 60 years of turning potential into productivity. 60 years of training artisans who have built our buildings, fixed our machines, welded our pipelines, and kept our industries running. 60 years of quiet, practical nation building. Today, we are not just celebrating that legacy, we are here to strengthen it. You can clap for yourself. This memorandum of understanding we are signing between KEBS and KITI is not a ceremonial document. It is a strategic instrument. It is a deliberate alignment of training and certification. It is the formal convergence of skills and standards. At Kenya Bureau of Standards, our mandate under the Standards Act is very clear: to promote standardization, testing, quality assurance, and certification. But certification is not an administrative function. It is an economic tool. It signals performance. It signals competence. It protects consumers. It enhances trust in the marketplace. It unlocks mobility for professionals across borders. I'm particularly very proud of the work we have done at the Kenya Bureau of Standards Certification Body, KEBS-CB. Since we began operations in August 2002, we have grown to become one of the leading certification bodies in the region. So you will not mention about certification without talking about KEBS certification body. That growth has not been accidental. It has been built on legal transparency and adherence to international benchmarks. Our journey in the certification of welders began in 2018, just the other day, with just 4 pioneer welders. 4 individuals who believed that their skills deserved global recognition. And today, we have 89 certified professionals. We celebrate that growth. But let us be candid with ourselves. For a nation building a standard gauge railway, expanding affordable housing at the speed at which we are seeing today, investing in oil and gas pipelines, and strengthening manufacturing under the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, 89 is not enough. It's a very small number. It is a strong start, though, but it is only the beginning. This MOU between KITI and Kenya Bureau of Standards is the engine that we will scale these numbers to match the ambition of our country. The heart of this partnership rests on 2 internationally recognized pillars. First, ISO 9606, the global benchmark for the qualification testing of welders. This standard ensures that a welder's competence is not assumed. It is demonstrated under controlled, rigorous conditions. The second one is ISO IEC 17024, the international standard for certification of personnel. This is what transforms assessment into globally credible certification. It ensures impartiality, consistency, and integrity in how competence is evaluated. Under this frame, Kenya Bureau of Standards will administer examinations in accordance with international requirements. We will register and approve KITI's expert assessors. We will vet welding procedure specifications to ensure that they meet global technical rigor. KITI, in turn, will provide high-quality training facilities, which you already have, modern equipment, and experienced instructors delivering competency-based curriculum aligned with industry demand. This is synergy in its very truest form. So, ladies and gentlemen, KITI trains artisan, craftsmen, and engineers. KEBS certifies that their competence meets global thresholds. Together, we are creating a seamless pipeline from classroom to workshop, to certification, to employment. And let me emphasize this: certification is not merely a piece of paper. It is not a decorative credential. It is proof of competence. It is a passport to opportunity. It is a signal to employers that the holder can perform to specification under pressure and within tolerances. For employers, it means improved quality control, reduced rework, minimized wastage, and enhanced operational efficiency. For the individual, it means mobility, dignity, and better livelihoods. For the nation, it means industrial credibility. To the trainees here today, your skills matter, but in today's global economy, skills must be validated. The world no longer buys promises, it only buys proof. We want the Kenyan welder to be able to work on a bridge in Singapore, a pipeline in Saudi Arabia, and a shipyard in Mombasa, or a manufacturing plant in Nairobi with equal confidence and equal recognition. We want a certificate issued in Nakuru to be respected beyond our borders. That is the standard we are setting. And so today, I issue a challenge to both our institutions. To KITI, Director Simio, you know you are my director as well. Do not just produce graduates, perfect them. Do not just teach welding, teach the kind of welding that can hold a bridge together under stress and time. Raise artisans whose competence is measurable, demonstrable, and globally competitive. And as Kenya Bureau of Standards, we shall ensure and continue to deliver world-class, impartial, credible assessments anchored in international standards. Safeguard the integrity of certification through rigorous examinations and strict adherence to requirements. Excellence is not accidental. It is engineered. It is respected. It is certified. This partnership is about raising the bar, not incrementally, but decisively. If we get this right, we will not simply increase the number of certified welders. We will elevate the status of technical professions in Kenya. We will reinforce the message that blue-collar jobs or blue-collar skills are not second-class careers. They are the backbone of industrial transformation. 60 years ago, KITI responded to the needs of a young nation. Today, Kenya Bureau of Standards, together with KITI, are responding to the needs of a competitive nation. Let this MOU not gather dust. Let it generate impact. Let it produce numbers that reflect ambition, not the 89, not even 200. I'm looking at high numbers that will reflect the ambition we have. Let it produce professionals that reflect global standards. Let it produce outcomes that reflect national pride. Together, we are laying a stronger foundation for quality. Together, we are strengthening Kenya's industrial competitiveness. Together, we are ensuring that the Kenyan artisan is not just skilled, but globally recognized. May our collaboration be disciplined. May our standards remain uncompromising. May our efforts continue to build a stronger and more competitive Kenya. Thank you very much. It is now my honor to invite the chairman of the National Standards Council. The National Standards Council is the board of Kenya Bureau of Standards. And I want to invite Honorable Chris Wamarwa, Dr. Chris Wamarwa, to come and address.
Good morning to my fellow, the National Standards Council members, my MD, Director KTI or KITI, the management directors and staff of both institutions present here today. I'm honored that you've convened here today for this significant undertaking, as it demonstrates how institutions can synergize their mandates to deliver transformative national impact. Today's signing is a strategic intervention. It represents a deliberate alignment between standards development and skills building for national transformation. This partnership brings together two institutions whose mandates operates at different points of the same value chain. KEBS is mandated to develop, promote, and enforce standards that safeguard quality in the industry, and KITI is mandated to develop, impart, and upgrade technical skills that drive industrial productivity. One secures quality frameworks, and the other builds the human capacity to implement them. KEBS strengthens industry by ensuring products, systems, and personnel meet defined and internationally benchmarked standards. And KITI strengthens industry by producing artisans, technicians, and engineers equipped with practical competence-based skills. One assures conformity and the other one assures competence. When it comes on matters of research and technical advancement, KEBS undertakes research to support the provision of quality goods and services and to enhance standardization. Whereas KITI undertakes applied research in projects and products that accelerate industrial and rural development. Both institutions drive continuous improvement, one through standards development and the other is through technical innovation and skills application. On matters of capacity building, KEBS builds national capacity through certification schemes, surveillance, and technical guidance, whereas KITI builds national capacity through structured training, skills upgrading, and entrepreneurship development. Together they create a complete ecosystem: skills developed, competence assessed, and standards assured. KEBS anchors the quality infrastructure and KITI anchors the skills infrastructure. Whereas standards define what must be achieved, training defines how it is achieved. This MOU, therefore, does not merge mandates, it aligns them. It creates a seamless continuum from training to assessment to certification to industrial confidence, ensuring that Kenya's industrial growth is both skilled and standardized. Standards without skills cannot be implemented. Skills without standards cannot complete. The MOU closes that gap. Now, the strategic significance of welding certification. Welding underpins infrastructure, manufacturing, transport, energy, construction, and industrial fabrication. The integrity of a weld determines the safety of bridges, pressure vessels, pipelines, and structural frameworks. Welding failure is not cosmetic. It is a structured, economic, and sometimes catastrophic. Certification under this framework, it aligns with ISO 9606, that is qualification of welders, and ISO 17024, certification of persons. This elevates welding from an informal trade to a globally benchmarked profession. This MOU establishes complementary. It does not compete. KITI will develop and deliver structured welding assessments within properly equipped workshops, ensuring candidates are practically evaluated in a professional environment. Whereas KEBS will administer certification examinations in accordance with the defined certification body procedures, ensuring rigor, impartiality, and compliance with international standards. On matters of competence and personnel oversight, KITI will appoint and provide qualified, technically competent welding assessors and trainers, whereas KEBS will evaluate, register, and periodically monitor those assessors to ensure they meet defined competence requirements and maintain certification credibility. On matters training and certification, KITI will administer welding training to candidates, including those referred under the certification scheme, aligned to competence-based frameworks, whereas KEBS will certify and formally register successful candidates under ISO-aligned standards, granting internationally recognized validation of competence. On matters technical governance and quality assurance, KITI will maintain assessment procedures and workshop infrastructure that will meet required technical thresholds, whereas KEBS will vet and approve welding procedure specifications and provide oversight to safeguard conformity to standards. On sector development and feasibility, KITI will engage training institutions and industrial players to promote adoption of the certification scheme, whereas KEBS will provide nationally visible through workshops, seminars, open days, and digital platforms to strengthen awareness and credibility. On matters of national development context, Kenya's industrial transformation requires measurable competence. Industrial growth cannot rest on informal validation of skill. Certification strengthens employability, infrastructure safety, manufacturing efficiency, export competitiveness, and investor confidence. This partnership aligns directly with competency-based education and training principles and supports Kenya's broader industrialization agenda. On matters impact beyond institutions, this MOU ultimately is about a young artisan gaining internationally recognized certification, reduced rework and structural failures, stronger confidence in Kenyan development capability regionally and globally. It is about institutional alignment that delivers tangible economic value. On closing, on matters of institutional commitment, it is a structural reform within the skills to standards ecosystem. It signals that Kenya is serious about quality, serious about competitiveness, and serious about industrial competitiveness. On behalf of the board, I affirm our full support for this collaboration. Let this partnership stand as a model of how institutions can align mandates, share responsibility, and deliver measurable national impact. I thank you.